friends, welcome back. My name is Dawn and this is Living a Word-Filled Life, and the title today is Do You Have Faith? So what exactly is faith? We find a definition in Hebrews chapter 11 verses 1 through 3, and it says, Now faith brings our hopes into reality and becomes the foundation needed to acquire the things we long for. It is all the evidence required to prove what is still unseen. This testimony of faith is what previous generations were commended for. Faith empowers us to see that the universe was created and beautifully coordinated by the power of God's words. He spoke, and the invisible realm gave birth to all that is seen. So God's faith words created, and they create for us too. So what have your faith words created in your life? Have your words created health or sickness? Have your faith words created prosperity or lack? Have your faith words created peace or chaos? So words have creation power, especially when they're combined with faith for what you're believing for. So let's take a look now at a parable that Jesus shared with us in Luke chapter 18, verses 1 through 8. And it says, One day Jesus taught the apostles to keep praying and never stop or lose hope. He shared with them this illustration. In a certain town there was a judge, a thick-skinned and godless man who had no fear of others' opinions. And in the same town there was a poor widow who kept pleading with the judge, Grant me justice and protect me from my oppressor. He ignored her pleas for quite some time, but she kept asking. Eventually he said to himself, This widow keeps annoying me, demanding her rights, and I'm tired of listening to her. Even though I'm not a religious man and I don't care about the opinions of others, I'll get her off my back by answering her claims for justice, and I'll rule in her favor. Then she'll leave me alone. Jesus continued, Do you hear what the godless judge said? That he would answer her persistent request? Don't you know that God, the true judge, will grant justice to all his chosen ones who cry out to him night and day? He will pour out his Spirit upon them. He will not delay to answer you and give you what you ask for. God will give swift justice to those who don't give up. So be ever praying, ever expecting, in the same way as the widow. Even so, when the Son of Man comes back, will he find this kind of undying faith on earth? Jesus is looking for our faith, and this parable is about persistent faithfulness. It's a demonstration that we are to continue to say what God said, regardless of the world and what's going on around us, regardless of how the world responds. Keep saying what God said, and even when it looks like nothing is happening, just remain in faith and keep saying what the Word of God has spoken over you. That is what faith looks like. So faith doesn't come from a place of begging, but a place of knowing your covenant with Jesus and demanding the terms of that covenant. I want to go back to Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, but I want to share the King James Version, and it says, Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So continue to say where you want to go, not where you are. That is what faith is. You're speaking into your future. You're believing the end result in your future. So Jesus posed a question to us in the parable that we read in Luke, and he said, Will he find faith on earth? Will he find faith in you? Will you be speaking what he says about you, about your covenant with him? Or will you be just describing your current circumstance? So faith speaks where you want to go, your desired result, regardless of the current circumstances, even if it doesn't make sense in your mind. You be blessed. Keep the faith. We'll see you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.